Hello guys, welcome to the final whistle, and today's discussion we are going to discuss yesterday, what happened between Plymouth and Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool with a much weaker side than usual, a lot of changes, around 10 changes, a lot of young players within the game, injuries to Joe Gomez, and poor performances by certain senior players as well. I'm going to start, I think. I'm trying to think of a positive, but there's not really one, to be honest with you. Okay, let's just discuss the elephant in the room. It was a poor performance. Generally, it wasn't good enough. There was too many senior players, especially the front three, that just weren't good enough. Sort of ended up with mud on her face. It was just not good enough. Chiesa, I thought yesterday, every time he got on the ball, you was think to yourself, well, nothing's going to happen. And nothing did happen. He sort of just kicked out of play, overplayed a pass, lost the ball. He was absolutely abysmal yesterday. I like Chiesa as a player, but yesterday just shown that he's just not enough for Liverpool. He's just not good enough. Sadly, injuries have pretty much ended him, to be honest, and I can see why he was let go for 12 million. I really could. He was just a 12 million pound player yesterday. He was awful. And he weren't the only one. We had Diaz and Jota also. Nunes did come on. Didn't get a lot of service, to be honest with you. But I look at Jota and I look at Diaz as well. They were just dreadful yesterday. Diaz seemed to just give the ball away, lose the ball. Jota didn't seem to do a lot at all. Harvey Elliott in midfield as well, another senior player. It was awful yesterday, absolutely awful. And if we're looking at a potential overhaul in the summer, I don't think Chiesa is going to be part of it. I don't think Jota, I don't think Diaz, and I don't think Elliott. They were so bad yesterday. And Quansah as well at centre-back, he wasn't great either. And, a lot of people were ranting and raving, including myself last year. He was fantastic last season. And he comes into this season just horrendous, really. He has been horrendous. And it worries me because, one or two injuries in that defence, and he's playing week in, week out. And that is a worry when you've got a Premier League title and a Champions League and the Carabao Cup final coming up. So there's still technically a treble on for Liverpool. Obviously, there is bigger fish to fry. The FA Cup means, at least going out of this stage does mean less games. We can put more into the Premier League, more into the Champions League and things like that, more concentration on them. But there was a lot of players yesterday, even young players, Mbaya, who came on for Gomez, was poor, absolutely poor, kicks the ball out of play for no reason to take a yellow card. Poor decision there. And he was then shipped back off in the second half. I'm trying to think of anyone that impressed me yesterday. I don't think anyone did. I think Kelleher did probably the best out of the lot yesterday, and that weren't great. Tsimikas as well. Tsimikas is poor. His deliveries were poor yesterday. Corner kicks, free kicks, crosses, whatever. Just couldn't get them on the button. And it weren't until the final, 5-10 minutes where Liverpool really put some pressure on Plymouth. And by then it was too late. You knew they were out. I mean, I think it was around 67 minutes, 68 minutes. And I posted that, it's over. It's finished. That competition is finished with. And, the way they played yesterday, I'm not surprised. I've got to say congratulations to Plymouth because they played a perfect game. They were fantastic. They wanted it. They had the urgency to win the game. Liverpool just didn't. And, when you look at these players that are trying to get first-team football or trying to start in the starting 11, none of them are going to do that. I don't want to see Diaz. I don't want to see Jota. I don't want to see Chiesa. I don't want to see Harvey Elliott for some time. I want to see them on the bench because generally after that performance, it was shocking yesterday. Absolutely shocking. But not taking anything away from Plymouth. Like I said, they deserved really the win because Liverpool just didn't turn up yesterday. It was one of the worst games I've watched for quite some time. I think at least, when they lost against Forest, they put up a bit of a fight and played better, I think, than this. And, I alluded to before that Klopp's kids, as they call them, the young lads that won the Carabao Cup against Chelsea, pretty much 9 or 8 of them have been sold. I don't understand that at all. I think we could have probably done with Jadon Danns yesterday. I think, he's a young player, but he has that striker's pedigree, seems to move in the right positions, seems to be able to finish as well. Jota, for me, did nothing yesterday. Generally nothing. And like I say, we do have bigger fish to fry. We've got the Champions League, we've got the Premier League, and it all starts on Wednesday when we play Everton at Goodison Park. It's a must-win. The fans are rightly so annoyed by yesterday's result. Some fans are not bothered by yesterday's result. I wouldn't have been bothered if it was a good performance. I think if Plymouth won the game and Liverpool played well, then a fair play. The fact is they handed the game to Plymouth yesterday, and Harvey Elliott, I don't understand what he was doing to give away that penalty. I mean, he says, do you not put your arms in the air when you jump in the air? Yeah, normally your arms go up like this, but his was like above his head. So I don't understand what he's chatting for, because, it's chatting crap, really is. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about that game, apart from Plymouth played fantastically well and deserved to go through. And they've got the FA Cup draw tonight to see who they get in the next round. But on to Wednesday, really, for Liverpool now in the Merseyside derby. What do you think, guys, of the performance yesterday, and any notable performances that alerted you? Because I'm sure there's plenty for me. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say on it. It was just dreadful. It was unambitious, no effort. It was shocking. Bye-bye.